BMW built some engines so unreliable, they'll bankrupt you before 100,000 miles. If you're a guy who's worked hard for your money and wants to avoid BMW's biggest engineering failures, these engine nightmares could save you from the most expensive mistake of your automotive life. Here are the 15 worst BMW engines that will destroy your wallet. Number 15, N22.0 liter turbo inline 4, 2012 to 2016. The timing chain disaster. The N22.0 liter turbo inline 4 suffers from catastrophic timing chain failures as early as 60,000 miles. According to Consumer Reports data, the timing chain guide rails are made from plastic that deteriorates rapidly under heat and stress. When the timing chain jumps or breaks, it causes catastrophic valve and piston damage requiring complete engine replacement at $12,000 to $18,000. BMW issued multiple service bulletins but never recalled the engines, leaving owners to foot the massive repair bills. The warning signs include rattling on startup and metal particles in the oil, but by the time you hear symptoms, the damage is often already done. Many owners report sudden catastrophic failure without warning, turning their reliable daily driver into an expensive paperweight overnight. According to RepairPal data, N20 engines have annual repair costs averaging $1,800. But that doesn't account for the timing chain failures that total the car. For guys our age who need reliable transportation to get to work and support our families, the N20 is a gamble you can't afford to take. Number 14, N63 4.4 liter twin-turbo V8, 2008 to 2016. The oil consumption monster. The N63 twin-turbo V8 consumes 1 quart of oil every 1,000 to 1,500 miles. BMW considers this normal. According to Consumer Reports data, many drivers don't realize the consumption rate and suffer catastrophic engine failure from oil starvation. The hot V-turbo configuration creates extreme heat that causes cylinder wall scoring and piston ring failure. When oil levels drop, the engine suffers bearing damage and complete seizure, requiring replacement at $20,000 to $30,000. The timing chain system also fails regularly due to oil starvation. Multiple timing chains and tensioners stretch and break, causing valve and piston damage. Even with religious oil monitoring, these engines are ticking time bombs waiting to explode. According to J.D. Power reliability studies, the N63 has some of the worst ratings of any modern BMW engine. NHTSA data shows multiple recalls for oil leaks and engine fires. For successful professionals who expect reliability from their luxury car, the N63 is an expensive nightmare. Number 13, N54 3.0 liter twin-turbo inline 6, 2007 to 2016. The high-pressure fuel pump killer. The N54's high-pressure fuel pump fails regularly between 60,000 to 80,000 miles, sending metal particles throughout the fuel system. According to Consumer Reports, this contamination requires replacement of injectors, fuel rails, and both fuel pumps at $4,000 to $6,000. The direct injection system creates severe carbon buildup, requiring walnut blasting every 40,000 to 60,000 miles at $800 to $1,200. The turbochargers suffer from wastegate rattle and eventual failure at $3,000 to $5,000 per turbo. The Index 12 injectors leak fuel into cylinders, causing hydrolock that destroys pistons. Injector replacement costs $2,500 to $4,000, and many owners face multiple injector failures. While the N54 makes great power, it spends too much time broken to be practical. The charge pipe also cracks regularly, causing sudden loss of boost and potential engine damage from running lean. The plastic construction can't handle the heat and pressure cycles, leading to repeated failures that leave you stranded. Number 12, S85 5.0 liter V10, 2005 to 2010. The rod bearing destroyer. The S85 V10's rod bearings are undersized for the engine's power output. According to Consumer Reports and M5 board forums, Rod bearing failure typically occurs between 60,000 to 80,000 miles, often without warning signs. When rod bearings fail, connecting rods can seize, punch through the engine block, or snap the crankshaft. Complete engine replacement costs $25,000 to $35,000. The failure happens suddenly. One day you're enjoying the V10 soundtrack, the next day you hear a knock and the engine is destroyed. The Vanos system also fails regularly, costing $3,000 to $5,000 per bank. Many owners spend more on repairs than they paid for the car. The SMG transmission adds another layer of expense with pump failures and clutch replacements every 20,000 to 30,000 miles. According to automotive forums, S85 ownership requires deep pockets and constant vigilance for warning signs that may never come. Number 11. N55 3.0-liter single-turbo inline-six, 2009 to 2016. The Turbo Failure Specialist. The N55's single twin-scroll turbocharger fails regularly around 80,000 to 100,000 miles. According to Consumer Reports, the turbo's wastegate actuator sticks, causing overboost conditions that damage the engine. Turbo replacement costs $3,000 to $4,500. The charge pipe, plastic boost pipe, cracks regularly, causing sudden loss of power and potential engine damage from running lean. The high-pressure fuel pump also fails, contaminating the fuel system with metal debris. The oil filter housing gasket leaks oil onto the alternator, causing electrical failures and potential fires. This $500 repair often damages expensive electrical components, turning a simple fix into a major expense. According to RepairPal data, N55 engines average $1,200+ in annual repairs. While more reliable than the N54, the N55 still has too many expensive failure points for worry-free ownership by guys who just want their car to work reliably. Number 10. M73 5.4-liter V12, 1993 to 2001. The electrical nightmare. The M73 V12 features two separate engine management systems, creating endless electrical problems. The Nicasil cylinder linings were prone to sulfur damage from poor quality fuel, causing bore scoring and complete engine failure. The electrical system is incredibly complex, with multiple control modules that fail regularly. Diagnosing intermittent problems can cost thousands before repairs begin. When modules fail, replacement costs $1,500 to $3,000 each. The cooling system has multiple water pumps, thermostats, and cooling circuits, creating numerous failure points. A cooling system failure can cause catastrophic engine damage. Annual repair costs often exceed $3,000, making these engines financial nightmares. BMW eventually switched to Alisil cylinder linings, but early M73 engines with Nicasil remain ticking time bombs. The electrical complexity makes diagnosis expensive and time-consuming, often requiring specialized BMW technicians who charge premium rates. Number 9. N63 TU 4.4L twin-turbo V8, 2012 to 2019. The improved disaster. The N63 TU was supposed to fix oil consumption issues, but created new timing chain problems while maintaining catastrophic oil consumption. According to Consumer Reports, timing chains fail regularly between 60,000 to 90,000 miles. Multiple systems fail simultaneously: oil consumption, timing chain problems, then turbo failure from oil starvation. The repair costs compound exponentially, creating perfect storms of expensive failures. When timing chains fail, they cause catastrophic valve and piston damage, requiring complete engine replacement at $25,000 to $35,000. Many owners experience multiple major failures within a few years, making ownership financially devastating. The high-pressure fuel pump fails regularly, sending metal particles throughout the fuel system. The direct injection creates severe carbon buildup, requiring professional cleaning every 30,000 to 40,000 miles at $1,200 to $1,800. Number 8. M64.0 V8, 1992 to 1995. The Nicasil killer. The M60 features Nicasil cylinder linings damaged by sulfur and gasoline. According to Consumer Reports, sulfur causes the Nicasil coating to deteriorate, leading to bore scoring and complete engine failure. The Nicasil damage is progressive and irreversible. Once sulfur damage begins, the engine will eventually fail completely. There's no repair, only complete engine replacement at $12,000 to $18,000. Symptoms include excessive oil consumption and loss of compression. By the time symptoms appear, the damage is extensive and expensive. BMW eventually switched to Alisil linings, but early M60 engines remain ticking time bombs. According to automotive specialists, M60 engines should be avoided unless you can verify Alisil construction or budget for complete engine replacement. The Nicasil problem affects all early M60 engines regardless of mileage or maintenance history. Number 7. N26 2.0 liter Turbo Inline 4, 2014 to 2016, the timing chain repeat offender. The N26 is essentially an N20 with minor updates but suffers from the same catastrophic timing chain failures. According to Consumer Reports, plastic timing chain guides fail as early as 50,000 miles, causing complete engine destruction. BMW knew about the N20's timing chain problems, but continued using the same flawed design. The turbocharger also fails regularly due to oil contamination from timing chain problems. BMW's refusal to fix known problems makes the N26 unacceptable for reliable transportation. It proves BMW learned nothing from their previous timing chain disasters. The high-pressure fuel pump fails, though less frequently than other BMW engines. The direct injection system creates carbon buildup, requiring regular expensive cleaning to maintain performance. According to RepairPal data, N26 engines have similar repair costs to the N20. Number 6. S63 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, 2012 to 2019, the high-performance disaster. The S63 suffers from the same oil consumption problems as the N63, consuming 1 quart every 1,000 to 1,500 miles. The hot V-turbo configuration creates extreme heat, causing cylinder wall scoring and piston ring failure. It's a hand-built M engine with exotic materials. When it fails, complete engine replacement costs $35,000 to $50,000. The timing chain system fails regularly due to oil starvation from consumption issues. The turbochargers fail from oil starvation and extreme heat. Replacement costs $5,000 to $7,000 per turbo. Many owners report spending $10,000 plus annually on maintenance and repairs, making these engines impractical for anyone without unlimited funds. According to automotive specialists, S63 engines require constant monitoring and deep pockets to maintain. The complexity of the M engine makes timing chain replacement extremely expensive, often requiring complete engine disassembly. Number 5. N74 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12, 2008 to 2016, the complexity champion. The N74 twin-turbo V12 features 2 turbochargers, 2 intercoolers, and incredibly complex engine management, creating endless failure points. The electrical complexity alone makes diagnosis and repair prohibitively expensive. It combines oil consumption problems with V12 complexity and turbocharger failures. When multiple systems fail simultaneously, repair bills can exceed $20,000 to $30,000. The timing chain system is incredibly complex with multiple chains, tensioners, and guides. When it fails, repair costs $15,000 to $25,000. Most failures result in complete engine replacement at $40,000 to $60,000, making them financial suicide for private owners. The turbochargers fail regularly from oil starvation, caused by the engine's consumption problems. The hot V configuration creates extreme heat that damages turbos, intercoolers, and associated piping. Turbo replacement costs $6,000 to $8,000 per side. Number 4. S65 4.0-liter V8, 2007 to 2013, The rod bearing repeat. The S65's rod bearings are undersized for the engine's 8,400 RPM redline. According to Consumer Reports, rod bearing failure typically occurs between 60,000 to 100,000 miles without warning. When bearings fail, they cause catastrophic engine damage requiring complete replacement at $20,000 to $30,000. The failure happens suddenly without warning or opportunity for preventive maintenance. The throttle actuators fail regularly due to individual throttle body design. Replacement costs $1,500 to $2,500 per actuator, and there are 8 of them. Many owners perform preventive rod bearing replacement, but other expensive failures continue. According to automotive forums, many S65 owners perform preventive rod bearing replacement at 60,000 miles for $3,000 to $5,000. But even this doesn't guarantee reliability, as other components continue to fail regularly. Number 3, N52 3.0-liter, inline 6, 2004 to 2015. The magnesium block disaster. The N52 features a magnesium engine block that's prone to catastrophic failure. According to Consumer Reports, the magnesium block can crack without warning, causing complete coolant loss and engine seizure. It runs well for 100,000 to 150,000 miles. Then the magnesium block develops hairline cracks that propagate rapidly, causing sudden catastrophic failure. When blocks crack, coolant floods the cylinders, causing hydrolock and complete engine destruction. There's no repair, only complete engine replacement at $12,000 to $18,000. The sudden nature of failure makes these engines too risky for practical ownership. The Vanos system also fails regularly, causing rough idle and poor performance. The plastic Vanos solenoids crack and leak oil, requiring replacement at $800 to $1,200. The electric water pump fails around 80,000 to 100,000 miles at $600 to $1,000. Number 2, S54 3.2-liter inline 6, 2000 to 2006. The Vanos Destroyer. The S54's Vanos system is incredibly complex and fails regularly. According to Consumer Reports, the Vanos solenoids, pumps, and actuators fail around 60,000 to 80,000 miles, causing rough idle and potential engine damage. Vanos failure can cause the engine to run out of time, potentially causing valve and piston contact. Complete Vanos system replacement costs $3,000 to $5,000. The individual throttle bodies fail regularly, with actuator motors burning out around 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Replacement costs $1,500 to $2,500 per actuator, and there are 6 of them. Annual repair costs often exceed $2,500, making these expensive toys rather than practical transportation. The rod bearings, while better than the S65, still fail prematurely due to the high-performance duty cycle. Many owners perform preventive rod bearing replacement at 60,000 miles, but this doesn't prevent other expensive failures. Number 1, N63 V12 T0 4.4-liter, twin-turbo V8, 2008 to 2012, the ultimate disaster. The least reliable BMW engine ever built, the original N63 V12 T0. This engine combines every possible reliability problem into one catastrophic package that destroys itself spectacularly. It consumes 1 quart of oil every 800 to 1,200 miles, while suffering timing chain stretch that causes catastrophic valve damage. When owners don't monitor oil levels constantly, the engine seizes completely. The hot V-turbo configuration creates extreme heat that warps cylinder heads, scores cylinder walls, and destroys turbochargers. The timing chains stretch from oil starvation and jump timing, causing valve and piston contact. According to J.D. Power reliability studies, the N63 V12 T0 has the worst reliability ratings of any modern BMW engine. Timing chain replacement costs $8,000 to $12,000. Turbo replacement costs $6,000 to $10,000. and complete engine replacement costs $25,000 to $35,000. BMW knew about these problems but continued production for 4 years. The N63 V12 T0 represents everything wrong with modern BMW engineering: complexity without reliability, performance without durability. Many owners experience multiple major failures within the first 100,000 miles. Bimmer Post forums are filled with horror stories of owners who've spent $40,000 to $60,000 in repairs over just 2 to 3 years of ownership, often exceeding what they paid for the car. These 15 least reliable BMW engines prove that modern BMW prioritizes complexity over reliability. From timing chain disasters to catastrophic oil consumption, these engines are designed for lease customers who trade them in before major failures occur. The common thread? They're designed with planned obsolescence in mind. Complex systems, expensive repairs, and catastrophic failure modes ensure BMW makes money on parts and service long after the initial sale. For guys our age who need reliable transportation, these engines represent everything wrong with modern automotive engineering. They prioritize short-term performance over long-term durability, creating financial nightmares for unsuspecting owners. Here's what these engine disasters teach us. BMW's golden era of reliable, naturally aspirated engines is over. Modern BMW engines are designed for lease customers who trade them in before major failures occur. If you're buying used and planning to keep the car long-term, you're inheriting someone else's ticking time bomb. The repair costs are astronomical and often exceed the vehicle's value. Many owners end up walking away from their cars because fixing them costs more than buying a replacement. This creates a vicious cycle where these problematic engines flood the used car market, trapping unsuspecting buyers. Drop a comment below. Have you owned any cars with these engines? What was your experience? Your real-world stories help other viewers avoid these mechanical disasters and make smarter buying decisions. Remember, there are reliable BMW engines out there, mostly naturally aspirated ones from the 1990s and early 2000s. But these 15 engines prove that modern BMW has lost its way, prioritizing complexity and profit over the reliability that once made the brand legendary. The lesson for smart buyers? Stick to proven power plants. Avoid these problematic engines at all costs. And remember that the most expensive car you can buy is a cheap BMW with one of these disaster engines under the hood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.